Heated at the state capture inquiry when advocate Dali Mpofu refused to be interrupted by Pravin Gordhan's counsel.
It was round 2 of cross-examination of Gordhan, led by Mpofu, but Justice Raymond Zondo reminded everyone who is in charge and was able to calm the tension.
He testified that he is not racist. I'm asking him how it feels to be called racist on behalf of Mr. Moyane.
What does that
May I make a brief comment here so we can conclude this matter?
No, Chair, can I object before he makes any comment brief otherwise?
Chair, can I just explain the question?
Okay.
Mr. Moyane makes allegations.
Chair, I'm on the floor. Really, I can't stand this. This cannot be happening for the third time. Ms. Leroux must shut up when I'm speaking.
Mpofu, let me just hear before. Must you just hear?
You too, Mr. Gordhan. I'm still on the floor. You also shut up.
No, Mr. Mpofu, I'm in charge here. Please sit down. Let me hear first.
But I'm still talking, Chair. She butted in.
Yes, but she had not explained.
So why must I sit down?
I want to hear her explanation, then hear you.
But Chair, I'm still speaking. Why must I be the one who sits down?
I'm in charge here. I'm saying sit down.
Well, Chair.
Please. I'll hear her and then I'll hear you.
Chair, maybe then we should leave, because if we're not allowed to speak and we allow interruptions.
You are going to be allowed to speak. Ms. Leroux, explain.
The friction between advocate Dali Mpofu and Public Enterprises Minister Pravin Gordhan was palpable at the state capture inquiry. Mpofu, acting for the former SARS Commissioner Moyane, asked Gordhan about accusations that he was racist during his stint as Finance Minister. Gordhan is being cross-examined about his testimony at the Commission.
No, Chair, with great respect, Mr. Mpofu first referred us to paragraph 78 to illustrate his point that there is a so-called racism in my conduct. And I said, where is the paragraph? He then refers to paragraph 78. Now, for the public record, nowhere in paragraph 78 is the issue of race referred to. That's the only point I'm making. No, I'm sure you can see it in front of you as well, Chair.
Yes, no, my recollection is that he didn't use racism. He said condescending, and if you look at paragraph 78, there is a reference to condescending.
He said condescending towards African people.
Black woman, I think.
No, he referred to African woman.
Yes.
He referred to an African woman. Nowhere in paragraph 78 is...
Let's start with the question that you put first, so that I can know whether Mr. Gordhan's answer is to the point or not.
Chair, you can know that for sure because it's not to the point. I've asked him a question. I'm taking him to the paragraph. I said to him that, does he remember that one of the judgments found that his attitude towards the public protector was condescending? And then he said, what page? And then I'm taking him to the page.
Yes, but you didn't read the page, the paragraph.
No, I've not read the page yet.
Yes, you put a question before reading it.
Now, Gordhan says he relied partly on gossip when accusing former SARS Commissioner Moyane of state capture. The Public Enterprises Minister claims Moyane was a driving force behind attempts to capture the revenue collector.
Well, the word gossip was used loosely, which I explained then.
So which is which? Did you rely on gossip or did you not rely on gossip?
Chairperson, we have a repetition of the same question in different forms. But if I may, the word gossip, as I said, was used. And later I understood that, or tried to explain that gossip is basically saying that was information at that time. However, I think what Mr. Moyane needs to answer to, that was quite evident, is that
no, Mr. Gordhan. The question is, did you rely on gossip or not? And it's either yes or no. No.
I had some direct information, which I have now recollected. At that time, I did use the word gossip. That's no, Chair.
Okay, all right.
I didn't ask you about using a word. I said, did you rely on gossip? among other things.
And the answer which I've given already, Chair, is not entirely.
Okay, you partly relied on gossip. Okay, that's fine. I can live with that.
Gordhan says SARS would be an attractive target for anyone dabbling in state capture.
He says Moyane was a driving force behind attempts to capture the revenue collector. Moyane says Gordhan was jealous that he collected R1 trillion in his first year as commissioner.
Well, R1 trillion is obviously an important milestone in the kind of context that we have in South Africa. I think when democracy came to South Africa in 1994, Chair, I think the collection was around a few hundred billion rands. To reach R1 trillion mark is a huge achievement. But as Mr. Cecil Modern, who was a Chief Director for Taxation in the National Treasury, said to the Nugent Commission, and this is where he describes the tax revenue buoyancy declining from 1.26 in 2015-16 to 1 in 2016-17.
Hello, one second, Mr. Gordhan, Mr. Mpofu.
Chair, how is a witness now allowed to rely on a secondary source about a matter which was not dealt with in cross-examination? At the very least, to the extent that it was dealt with, he considered that Mr. Moyane was not only the first one to collect R1 trillion, but he achieved that feat again and again.